Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I will discuss regarding on define decimal number with the coefficient and its weight. Okay, with the coefficient and its weights. Then how to define the coefficient and its corresponding weights. That is I will define. Okay, if we go through coefficient, then we define it. Suppose certain number of coefficients are there, then how it will arrange for a particular decimal number. Let us consider that is a different coefficients we will consider, like a coefficient. Okay, different coefficients we will consider, like let coefficients are a minus 2, a minus 1, a that is we can tell as that is 0, a1, a2, a3, for example. These are the coefficients. Okay, and then arrange these coefficient for a decimal number. How to arrange? Okay, this coefficient arrange in a decimal number. If you write in this way, suppose number of coefficients defined in this way. For a decimal number, how we will arrange? You see, very simple way. I will arrange this coefficient for decimal number. That means we can arrange above coefficient for decimal number. Okay, how to arrange? That is our question. So here you see any number. Suppose for example any number we will consider. Normally decimal number when I will consider, it has a two part. One part is that is integer part, another is a decimal part. Okay, integer part, another decimal part. For example, we can take suppose 23.46 for example. So these are the decimal part, but this is the integer part. Okay, and a coefficient also defined for this integer part, which is not equal to this decimal part. The different ways we can define. Okay, so decimal part whenever we consider, then here different negative coefficient we will consider like this. Not exactly negative number, but negative coefficient we can define in this way. And if we go through that is the integer part, so integer part we will consider in this way. In that case, we just arrange these coefficients for decimal number like this. Suppose these are coefficients given like this, we can write a3, a2, a1, a0. Okay, next here is a minus 2. Okay, a minus 2, a minus 1. Like this you have to arrange the coefficients for a given number. Okay, or reverse case actually, here a minus 1, a minus 2, like this we can arrange. So these are the arrangement of a coefficient number. Okay, if we go through that coefficient particularly, if we write a decimal number with the corresponding coefficient, for example, okay, decimal number with above coefficient, for example, coefficient. Okay, then how to define? Understand how to define? Having base 10, decimal number definitely the base is 10. So if we go through that, then what happens? So how to define? Here is, you see, this part is integer part and this part is our decimal part. So here coefficient is 3. Okay, since a coefficient 3, then we can write the another way, 10 to the power 3a3 plus 10 to the power that is other way. In this first we write in this way, it is better to write. Okay, 10 to the a2 10 to the power 2 plus, okay, that is a1 10 to the power 1 plus a0 10 to the power 0. This is the integer part is over. Next, here other part, when you write, that is a minus 1 10 to the power minus 1 plus a minus 2 10 to the power minus 2. Like this, we have to define, that is a decimal number with a coefficient. Okay, this is the very simple way we can define decimal number with a coefficient. Okay, and sometimes we can also define that coefficient with a certain weights. Okay, with a certain weights also we can define. That is another way also we can define how that particular decimal number with a weights. For example, I will take for example, let us consider, that is 2 3, very simple way, that is 2, sorry, here is 2 3, okay, 2 3 5 7. For example, we have to define this decimal number with a weighted sum of digits. Okay, this decimal number weighted sum with the digits, that means a decimal number base is 10. Okay, since the base is 10, here you see the what is the particular number, how to define through base 10 or a weighted number also, or a weighted sum, how to define. This is with a weighted sum, how to define. Very simple way I will show you. Here you see, first here the coefficient suppose 2, then 2 into 10 to the power 0 1 2 3. Okay, 10 to the power 3 plus here 3 into 10 to the power 2 plus 5 into 10 to the power 1 plus 7 into 10 to the power 0. Okay, in this way we can define, that is weighted sum. We can tell as a this number, this decimal number we can tell as a decimal number. Okay, decimal number, which is, what is the decimal number, 2 3 5 7 in weighted sum, weighted sum of its digits, weighted sum of its digits, if you define in this way. Okay, if you define in this way, we can tell as a weighted sum of its digits. Okay, because here you see very simple way it is mentioned, that is only digit or integer value. Suppose sometimes not always we can take the integer value, sometimes we can take other values also. Okay, very simple example we will consider, like another example for decimal number with the points, or that is a decimal. Okay, so very simple, 526.74 for example. Then we can go through certain weighted sum of digits with some coefficients and some decimal number also there. Okay, now we will see very simple way how to define, that is 5 into 10 to the power 0 1 2 is 2 plus 2 into 10 to the power 1 plus 6 into 10 to the power 0. Okay, plus here we see, whenever we go through this one, here is 7 into 10 to the power minus 1, because here we see that base to the power minus. We have already discussed that part in previous previous slides. Like this, you see the coefficient is a minus 1 10 to the power minus 1. Okay, here minus 2 after decimal, so 10 to the power minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4, like this we can define. Okay, since it is a decimal, here we can write 10 to the minus 1. First is 10 to the minus 1 plus next 4 into 10 to the minus 2. If more number is there after decimal, then we can define accordingly 10 to the minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5, like this we can define. Okay, so this is the basic concept to design or define any kind of decimal number with the weighted sum of its digits and some coefficients also we can take it like this. Okay, very simple way. These are the coefficient 5 2 6 7 4, these are the coefficients, and base is 10, because here base 10 we can define in this way, base is 10. So the decimal number, how it is defined with the weighted sum of its digits, you see in this way we can define, very simple way we can define here like this. Okay, So I hope all of you understand this particular basic concept, that is define decimal the number with the coefficient and its weights. In this way we define the any decimal number as per our requirement. Okay, thanks to all to watch my videos.